We got some proper winter golf. It's 5 degrees, we're on Dartmoor, we're at Bovey Castle, and we are starting on the 12th hole. So we're going to play 12 in. I'm going to talk through every shot that I'm playing in as much detail as possible, almost just like vocalize the thoughts that are in my head, not all of them, you know. Still on a YouTube career. So we've got 190. And this is playing slightly uphill, and there's not much wind, but it's cold, and what wind that is like a northeasterly, so it's feeling pretty chilly out here. It's in between 5 and 10% extra because of the cold straight away. So I'm probably going to play this just over 5%. We'll play 205, and 205 is just a good 6-iron. We're just going to make a good swing with 6-iron. Or try to. Right, just a couple of things I'm thinking about on the golf course at the moment. So after a lesson like last week, I've got some stuff to work on the range, which is drill based. But I'm really trying to program my pre-shot routine and take some of those feels into the pre-shot routine, so then I can swing as naturally as possible when I'm over the golf ball. Then I can get focused on target. So that's what we're going to do right now. Just a little bit under it, that's all. So first of all, here's the look at the lie. Here's the shot. Yeah, it's not sat like too bad. It's on the upslope, playing sort of like into an upslope. So you can play this a number of ways. Got to play over the slope, probably doesn't look as much on camera. And then onto a green which is fairly flat, then uphill at the end. Now, I'm trying to go much more one way with my short game, just 60-degree wedge, and just try and get as good as possible with that wedge, unless, you know, there is an extreme situation which calls for something else. And I'm really focusing on vertical swing plane going up, which gets the angle of attack going down, and normally I'll be able to pull that club out of the ground and not take a lot of divot, not get into the floor. But because I'm playing on an upslope here, I just already know there's going to be some interaction with the turf, and that's absolutely fine. So it's just a case of being fine with that, not trying to sort of like back up out of it to avoid the ground, and just focus on low point. I'm going to fly it most of the way there, I think. Yeah, pretty good. 3, 2, 3 off the back. You've got OB where that car's driving. Right is fine, pin's on the left. So naturally, if I aim right side of the green, I would have to miss this like 35 left to go OB. And if I miss it 35 right, it's fine down there. So to me, this is just driver. And just before we hit the shot, if you want to check out the full range of Able clothing, the full range is in the description. So you just got to go down there, hit the link, and you can use James 10 to get 10% off. Got some really nice winter stuff on there at the moment, as it is freezing cold. So the swing thoughts I have at the moment, the more I lean, the more it goes right. So for a hole like this, where you know you can't miss it left, you got to sort of fall back on that to a degree. Nice leany one, right side of the green. Yeah, that is bang on the, it's good. Just where I'm aiming there. Okay, this should be just over the green. Yeah, it's got a bit of a kick. It's probably like 20 paces, just over. Sat up on a tuft. Right up. It's quite a funky pin position, this, because it's on quite a bit of a slope. Pretty straight. Pretty straight. Okay, so we do have winter greens. They've been spiked, but probably long enough ago so that they've recovered enough. But they're still going to roll like winter greens. Like, they're pretty good for this time of year. When it's like this and you know there's going to be some inconsistencies, like, just don't worry too much about it. Try and hit a good putt. If it goes in, it goes in. If not, if not. Like, trying to control the outcome is not really going to help. Yeah. Don't know. And like, straight away, you don't really know if you've hit a bad putt there or it's wiggled early. Right, so we've got a prime example here of how winter golf, like how the conditions can play so much different. So now I'm just getting a yardage to, so this is 280. This would be a 3-wood if I had one. Right, we're going to hit a little dinky driver. Miss it. Miss it. Couldn't have hit it harder. Lucky in a way, I guess. But this is not easy. Now, we've got a bit of a tear in the green, but I've just spotted like a orange leaf. It's like 3 foot left of the pin. I feel like this is where you've got to start to visualise ball flight. I've got a 52 degree in my hand. And we're going to try and land this on the bottom tier, but going forward. And this is going to have to be going pretty low. Like, I'm going to have to grip it down the shaft because we got the ball quite a bit above the feet. Yeah, not easy. But this is where you just don't want to do something really stupid. Wow, that has... Yeah, I honestly couldn't have played that better. That came out exactly as I was picturing. I just expected it to take a couple hops on that green and die. But it's sort of like skidded up the tier. It's actually pretty close to going down into the trap. Okay, so now we got, you know, your typical winter muddy lie. But the ball's not sat too bad, so really it's a good chance of chipping this in. So we're going to get a read, and this is going to be flying most of the way. So really, like, play this a cup and a half left, just for when it slows down that last bit of break. It should go. Where am I trying to picture landing this? So like halfway on the green, fairly soft bounce, and then release. That has not done what I thought it would do. Okay, so we're going to have to definitely give this a look. That's 2%, moving into 3. Yeah, I mean, this is honestly like a full cup right. So it's like a 200, well, it's like a 190 shot. So I'll probably just hit 7-iron down to the edge. It's just a little smooth 7-iron. Yeah, it's fine. 77. Make it 85 for the winter playing uphill. God, it's playing like 190. Perfect 7-iron number, 190. I reckon that pin's at the back. So if it does come up slightly short, it's absolutely fine. It could be a nil. Oh my God. That potentially is like a foot. We shall see, John. Johnny boy. Johnny boy. So I'm adding 10%, just shy of, maybe like 7.5, just extra because of the cold. And it's currently about, I'd say it's about 4 degrees. It feels abysmal, I'm not going to lie. I can't lie to you, I feel chilly, I do. This should be, if anything, just outside just outside left edge. And the crowd goes mild, John. Straight out the chute, son. I think it's about 350. Is it about 350? Say about 10 uphill, because it goes up and then dips a bit, maybe 15. So I've made a few swings over the last few holes where I've sort of like lent on driver and it's produced a little cut. Whether that be the correct mechanics, the correct mechanics, or I'm still spinning, that is, to be looked at later. But all I know is a certain feeling is producing a result. So we're going to try and replicate that. Yeah, just hit a heely, swipey, cutty. Perfect. Horrible swing. So if I'm being completely honest, that swing was horrible. That's everything I'm trying not to do. That's like very spinny and swipey. And yeah, it's just not pretty. But there are certain days where, and this can happen quite a lot, there's just a lot of days where you're just not moving very well. So instead of trying to fight it all day and trying to find something, that's what I've learned is worked for me. Because I used to always, if I didn't get off to a good start, or if I wasn't moving very well, like spend the whole round trying to find perfection, rather than just being like, right, just one of those days where you're not moving too well. That could be, you haven't slept well on your back, or like for me, I'm just pretty cold out here. My body is not really moving very well. And if you can find something on those days to get it around, then that's where it's at. So we're playing sort of like onto a down slope. But if we hit this in with some spin, then we should be fine. So we've got 60 degree, and I'm not going to lie, this is an area where I'm currently putting in a lot of work, trying to get low point forward, trying to get strike. So yeah, let's see what happens. Gonna just do the stuff that I'm working on. And yeah, that is, I just got so lucky. That's such a bad shot. Yeah, like I spent a lot of time on the chipping green earlier, and I was getting the stuff around the green great. I just feel like when it gets to this distance where it's like there's going to be a bit more movement, it's just wanting that low point to go back. So yeah, it is ball above feet and no margin for error, but it's trying to exaggerate everything. So handle up, get that torso in front. Not bad. Yeah, different sound that. Oh, that spans so much as well. Definitely got to hit a lot of shots this year between here and like 80 yards off horrible, tight, wet stuff, and just get unreal from that. And if you can play from that, you can play from anything. So after that shower of shit, we have a makeable birdie putt. You don't really want to have 15 foot for birdie after knocking it 30, 40 short of the green. Full cup outside the hole. Yeah, it's just done everything. Give it to me, Gian. Weird. Okay. No, bro, you need to hoy it over this bush, bro. Okay, so we need to give it the old hoy, but hoy it over this bush, but Afrikaans, hoy it over this bush, bro. Not very good, is it? Anyway, I'm gonna hoy it over this bush, bro. I can taste the fajitas already tonight. I'm freezing cold. 2 holes left, come on. 2 birdies, what are we? 1 under. Oh man, my back is feeling shit. It's fine. Yeah, I'm just getting to the top of that swing and like everything feels tight. So like I can't really separate the back muscles, and it is probably just because it's freezing. So we're not going to really think into it. We're going to go home, do some stretches, get some vitamins in, and bish bash bosh, come out tomorrow. Like that. Come on in. Come on in. Ah, starting to lose my shit. Okay, right, so we actually got a bit of grass here. Sat really nice. So we're off the down slope, so we're going to have to make sure we get down the slope. Just going to program in, like I'm Microsoft Sam. Just going to try to get a feel. So one of the pitching pre-shot routines that I do, one of the drills I do for pitching is to get like up onto the left foot. And that is what I'm going to feel here in pre-shot routine. So it's stand pretty close and up. There we go. There we go, 20 foot. But strike was good. Right, so it's going to go 1% from the left. Just because it's going to be pretty straight, and then, yeah, like 2 cups left. Go. So good for me, John. Right, this is not usually driver, but seeing as I'm moving badly, it's freezing cold, and it's a long hole, I'm just going to dink a driver up there, like a 280 shot. Yep. So if mud's on the right, ball goes left. So bottom right, I'm guessing it's gonna sort of like, if anything, not spin as much and fly a bit left, which means it'll go further. 143 playing 10 down to 133 plus 10% for the cold. Plays it back to 145-ish. I'm gonna play this like 135. Quick maths. You know, just a bit off a full 48. Just because I'm not sure exactly what it's going to do. I'm playing off the down slope as well, so it's going to be slightly delofted. Like a 3/4 48 degree. And we're going to aim middle green. If it does go left a bit, it's fine. That pin is in a tricky spot on the right. You just can't miss right. So we go middle green, 3/4 48. Yeah, wow. That is, but fine. You know, calculated it all in. That's going to be pretty much pin high. Shouldn't be the most difficult 2-putt. Yeah, I've really not swung it well. That's more, you know, the way that my body's feeling. But like I said, like there's going to be days where you're not moving very well, and on those days, don't go looking for perfection. Like try and work out something that you have on the day that you can get it around. And go from there. Yeah, it's on the green. Right, 2-putt par, then I'm getting straight in the car. And I'm driving afar, and hopefully there'll be a bonfire, because I'm literally freezing my tits off. Quick maths! Oh, Longley, England is just not the place to be in February. Get me to South Africa, Brett. Yeah, get me to South Africa, but no, honestly, I think I'll go back to South Africa, but bit of a Michael Bublé breaker here. So we've got quite a big swing off of the left, off the right, and then it's gonna move back, but it's not gonna move back enough. But I'm gonna have to play this pretty much aiming at you guys sat there at home, drinking your coffees. That's why I'm aiming straight at you. This log's gone weird, but my brain is freezing over right now. Go, 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 go. Straight. Come on. Eee. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed that. If you want to see more of these videos where we just go out on the golf course and talk through shots, I can do it. But the channel is going to spice up a bit going forward. I'm going to pick some decent opponents. We're going to be playing a lot of matches. I'm thinking about taking a cameraman on board so I can really have proper matches, you know. Because when you're passing a camera around to each other, it's not quite the same as having a cameraman and then just getting into the game. So that's what I want to do. All to be confirmed as we move forward. But yeah, subscribe if you want to see more. I've got really good content coming next week, so stick around for that. And I will see you very soon. Ciao.